Hi, my name is Sally and today I'm going to give you some top tips for makeup and skincare during the menopause and post-menopause using Look Fabulous Forever's range of makeup and skincare specifically designed for older faces. So I have now gone through the menopause, but I went through the perimenopause for quite a long time. During the menopause, it took a long time. I went through every symptom there was. I'm now through the other end and I'm postmenopausal. So as we go through this stage in our lives and beyond, we definitely, I think, need to assess and reassess our skincare and makeup as we address and combat various symptoms and things that happen to our skin during that time. What does happen? Well, all sorts of things. Obviously, there are things that are very common, such as the hot flushes and the sweating that can go on for a long time. There can be an increase in sensitivity in your skin and your eyes as well. Throughout and later, there can be a much drier skin, dryness of skin, a dullness of skin as well. Everything becomes a little bit more dull and due to reduction in collagen in our skin. Pigmentation loss can occur at this stage in our lives, a lack of melanin, and the skin can just appear a little bit lighter, a little bit duller. You can lose eyebrows. There seems to be a lack of hair on the eyebrows and then a gain of hair around the chin. Conditions such as rosacea. Insomnia means a lot of tiredness, mood swings, all sorts of things that can then affect the way our skin looks. So at Look Fabulous Forever, we've actually got the products for the job. And talking first about skincare, I would suggest that a top item to use is the Hydration Hold face serum, which is absolutely brilliant if you're starting to get a little bit of dryness in your skin, particularly post-menopause. This has got a wonderful amount of hyaluronic acid in it, and it will basically draw your moisturizer deeper and just mean that your skin will be hydrated for longer. All the skincare at Look Fabulous Forever is very light in texture, but full of goodies such as vitamins A, C, E and F, and things that we need and things that we lose as we are getting older. So the skincare is brilliant. If your face is looking a little bit dull and sort of lackluster, then I would suggest also regular use of the exfoliator and also the clay mask, the hydrating clay mask. That can be really good just to boost the dullness of skin. So skincare, really important. Primers. Primers are absolutely a godsend to particularly post-menopausal skin and if you're going through the hot flushes stage. So post-menopausal skin is a little bit more like blotting paper and the surface becomes a little bit drier. It is much more absorbent, so you might find that foundations that would have stayed on before sink in. It's a little bit bumpier as well, so it's harder to draw sort of clean, nice lines on the skin. So primers are fantastic at addressing these problems, and the Smooth Like Silk Face Prime is absolutely brilliant. If you're going through the sort of the hot flushes stage, and this will keep your makeup on all day and will really help to alleviate those problems. And likewise, later on when you are postmenopausal, this product will keep your foundation from sinking into your skin. If you've got a drier skin, it will just create a wonderful base to keep your foundation on all day. If you are getting hot flushes, then I would also recommend looking at the Colour Balance Neutralizer in green. So you would put that on after the primer. So you put your face prime on and then the green on areas of redness. It's absolutely brilliant for toning down redness. And you can then afterwards put on your foundation and your concealer. So other primers to consider going through the menopause. Eyes become a little bit more sensitive. You might find you've got a little bit more watering, there might be redness around the eyes. All sorts of conditions can happen through this time in your life. The Smooth Out Eye Prime is brilliant because it will help to get rid of any discoloration around the eyes and it will stop particularly if you are going through hot sweats, it will stop your eyeshadow from creasing because you get sort of wetness around the eyes. So it's absolutely brilliant for holding your eye makeup on really, really well. And the other really good primer is our Never Feather Lip Prime. As we get older and go through menopause, you lose elasticity, and so you often get little sort of fine lines around, particularly around the lips. And so lipstick can start to feather and sort of bleed. And this product you use just on the outer edge will counterbalance and counterattack that. So it will stop that problem. It's brilliant. So if you are going through the menopause, you might find foundation just is a tricky one. I would say you need to have a fairly light foundation, but you want good coverage. And our foundations are both of those things. You can either go for the Light Look Beauty Balm, which gives you a little bit more of a radiance. It's sort of one step up from a tinted moisturizer. Or you can use the Continuous Cover foundation, which gives really good cover, but is still light in texture and works specifically on menopausal and postmenopausal skin, developed specifically for that age group. And if you use it over the Smooth Like Silk face prime that I showed you, it will just stay on all day, no matter what. One thing I would say is to apply, particularly if you are still going through hot flushes, to apply your foundation or beauty balm with a brush rather than your fingers. This is the foundation brush number 3, because it will keep the temperature of the skin lower if you're not using fingers, and it also will stop transference of oil to your face. So that's really important too. If you're not sleeping, I know for me, I just could not sleep for quite a few years really. Insomnia is quite a problem, and therefore I would end up with really dark circles under my eyes. If that's a problem for you, then I would suggest the Colour Balance Neutralizer in Peach, and that's really good if you've got really dark circles. You would do your face primer, then a little bit of this, then your foundation, and then some concealer, and that really helps with dark circles. And obviously concealer is also a godsend, and our concealers are really, really creamy. Cover to cover concealer, it's really creamy, so it doesn't cake, but will just help with any extra pigmentation problems that you might find that you get through the menopause. So if you're going very red, a few things. Don't go for a very, very pink blusher. It might sound obvious, but if you're going to be very red and pink anyway, you're probably better to go for a blusher with a little bit more warmth, like Peach Cream, rather than a very pink one. Otherwise you'll be ultra pink. So you can lose a bit of definition because everything, you start to lose collagen. So things like using the bronzing powder slightly as a contour powder just around the jaw is really good, not too heavy, but that will just help to create a little bit of firmness around the jawline. If you started to lose your eyebrows, then we have brought out the most amazing product called Bring Back Brow Shape, which is actually an eyebrow paint. So you literally can paint on little hairs, even if you've lost all your eyebrows or you've got little patches of brows that have gone. This is a really effective product to actually make very subtle eyebrows, and it's waterproof. So again, if you're going through hot flushes, it will stay on all day. If you have got sensitive eyes, the mascara is brilliant. And again, I would suggest using the waterproof mascara if you have got, if your eyes are running a little bit, which can also happen. You won't find then that they smudge at all. As I said, you tend to get a little bit, everything's a little bit bumpier as we get older. So matte eyeshadows are softer. And also, rather than using an eyeliner pencil or a liquid eyeliner, I would suggest using an eyeshadow and a wedge brush to create, as I've done, an eyeline. It means that even if there's sort of bumpiness here, you can just create a nice kind of soft line, which is much kinder. For me, the feel-good factor of putting on makeup when you're feeling, you can be very up and down when you're going through the menopause and post-menopause. So mood dips, that was a big thing for me. And I found for me, putting on my makeup actually just enhanced my mood. I felt it calmed me down and it made me feel better. So putting a nice lipstick just can make you feel so much better. And so I would say, with going through the menopause, reassess. There are some days when you might not want to put so much makeup on. You'll know how your skin feels. But for me, using makeup that was age appropriate, that actually lasted well, that wasn't too heavy, that allowed my skin to breathe, and basically gave me a little bit of luminance and colour back to my skin, and dewiness, made all the difference for me. And I think now, as I've gone through the menopause and my skin is drier, being really careful with my skincare, making sure that I use my hydration hold serum every day, and use the lovely moisturizers, get the vitamins into my skin, makes again a massive difference to how my skin looks and therefore how my makeup sits on my skin throughout the day.
If you love this video and would like to see more content like this, then subscribe to my channel.